I spent years working as a cruise ship performer, and I can honestly tell you that they were some of the best years of my life. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. There's a reason I'm never going back to work on one. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. Before then, if you like this video, I'd really appreciate if you could drop a like. And if you like my content, you can click subscribe down below. If you're yet to experience what it's like to work on a cruise ship, I am so jealous of the journey you're about to go on. On my first ship especially, I had the time of my life. I was in Europe seeing some of my now favourite places in the whole world. I met my fiancée on the ship, where we had probably the best summer of our lives. I made friends for life, all whilst playing one of my dream roles, Link Larkin in Hairspray. On top of that, I had a great group of lads, and we all trained together, and the gym became our little sanctuary. Some of my favourite training experiences were on that contract, helping to push each other, motivate each other, and keep each other accountable. And one of the best things was honestly just being able to have a laugh with each other. Not to mention, I was probably in the best shape of my life pretty much consistently throughout the whole year. I love training, shows, my friends, socialising, and of course, meeting my fiancée. So why the hell would I not be going back? I'll get to that. My second contract wasn't quite as glamorous. Ellen and I made the decision that we were going to use that contract to save money. We wanted to buy our first place together, and working on the ships provided everything that we needed to do that. So we knuckled down and tried to save every single penny. We were probably seen as that boring couple that didn't really do anything, but to be honest, we were quite happy doing what we were doing. At the same time, Ellen took the role of company manager, and if anyone knows, it's absolutely brutal. Deck's phone ringing at 5 AM in the morning, being called away at random hours, not even being able to spend time with the family because someone forgot their Chronos or some other stupid reason. On top of all of this, our ports also weren't quite as good as our first contract. This time in the Caribbean, and there's only so many times you can go to the same beach without it just being another block of sand. To be honest, we were just feeling older, more stressed, and kind of sick of some of the random ship rules that don't really make a lot of sense. These still aren't the reasons that we're not going back though. I'm still getting there. Despite all of those things on that contract, I still have my consistent routine, free protein, and enjoy training nearly as much as the previous year. Not to mention actually buying our first place together without ever viewing it. Now, a lot of people called us crazy and stupid for doing it, but we're so glad that we did. Throughout this contract, we were also lucky enough to have several people come and visit us on board. This is where I really loved the cruise life. Getting to show off your floating home whilst kind of living a little bit of the guest life. You'd get to explore places you usually wouldn't and spend time with your family that you haven't seen in months. My family still make comments now about me going back to the ship just so that they can get a cheap holiday. And honestly, I'm jealous of the experiences that they had on board. So much so that, to be honest, I've actually spoke to Ellen about going on holiday ourselves. But it's still not enough to make me want to work on it. The main reason that we're not going back is that we just want some stability. The ship life's great. Of course it has its ups and downs, but that was never really the real issue for us. I was just sick of relying on other people to give us a job, of anxiously checking emails for months between contracts, and never feeling settled, always taking one step forward and then one step back. The truth about living on a cruise ship is that you live a staggered life. It's incredible when you're on a contract, but you'll spend your whole life waiting for that next one, and you'll never really have a real life on land. This can make it incredibly difficult to stop. It's so easy to just keep saying yes to contracts, but we saw our out and we took it. So now, Ellen works as a Pilates instructor, something that we talked about for months walking around the track in the evening. And I work full-time as an online coach, helping people like yourself make the most of your contract on board, to come home to feel like the best version of yourselves, more confident and stronger than ever. And I love it. Still with a foot in the cruise ship door, but not enough that I can't create a life on land. So if you were to ask me right now if I'd give up everything that I've got to go back on the ship for a year, I'd say not a chance. But I am so grateful for all of those opportunities that I had on board my cruise ship.